What's up, Aries? It's your girl Kelly coming straight at you for the Queen Tarot Bee in Boston. I am doing readings for the month of January, so this will be for the first week of January. I've decided to do weeklies. Okay, so this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Mars, Venus. If this doesn't fit your story, it doesn't fit your story. So don't take the puzzle pieces and try to jam them in, okay? The other thing, cross watchers, you are welcome here anytime. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, whatever it is that people do on here. With the cross watching, just know that my gift is different. It can come in your energy, or it can come in your partner's energy. But for the sake of everybody's sanity, so we're not going crazy, I'm going to say Aries. But you can feel free to leave in the comments, hey, Aries did this to me and this is my story. I read as many comments and respond to them as much as I can. Let me think. Is there anything else? I'll probably remember in the middle of the reading because I always forget my spiel at the beginning. I jump into the reading and then I forget because I love to read. So, Aries, you guys are back to a tower moment. I don't know what's going on, but that tower moment is transformational. It's not a bad one. And I can understand it because I'm kind of going through my own at the moment right now. I'm going through a lot of transformation, a lot of change, a lot of things that I built in the beginning are now tumbling down, and I'm now finding that I have to rebuild them back up. And so that's my tower moment, and I have a feeling a lot of you are going through a transformational tower moment as well. With that, though, I feel like your luck is going to change. It's going to start to get better with 2020, okay? In the year 2020, I feel like things are going to start to turn around. All of these seeds you've been planting, all of these things you've been doing are going to start to come together. And you're going to start to be able to harvest from that. This is what I was feeling when I was doing your meditation a little while ago. And I feel like this tower moment comes from some old things that, bad habits or old harsh feelings that you've had toward people. You're finding you're letting these things go. You're doing the shadow work to let them go. If you guys need help with shadow work, I do have a new reading that does, I have a light work deck and a shadow work deck, and they're completely opposite. But the shadow work deck takes a look into the pool of shadow work and shadow self, because I don't dip into dark energy. So I have to find decks that dip into dark energy for me and give me an idea, like a pool. If you've seen Harry Potter, it's my panacea. Okay? Okay. If you haven't, it's just a pool that reflects darkness to me so that I know what you need to work on. So that new reading is going to be going on the list of services. You can hit me up in my email, and that's what I forgot. If you want a private personal reading, hit me up in the email below. Spots are going quickly. Monthlies are filling up quickly, and trauma work is filling up quickly. So if you guys want to hop on that, then let me know. I won't be teaching tarot anymore, just as an FYI. So that will be coming off the list of services. But I feel like there's, and this is just so, the next thing I felt, it's ironic and it's hilarious. If you watched my last live, then you will know that this is ironic that this would come up and be in the reading, okay? Because it looks like a lot of you were led with false hope to believe that somebody was coming back. And you were waiting for that person to come back. And I feel like a strong disappointment when that didn't happen. And if you watch my last live, there is a conversation that goes on in the beginning of the live about being told by people and other readers that this person's coming back, when they're actually not. So this to me was kind of hilarious and ironic at the same time, but it made me feel bad for those of you who actually read into that. And so I don't see a reunification that you're hoping for in 2020. With that, I want to get into some cards just because I want some cards to kind of back up my gift and what I'm telling you, what I'm feeling. But I don't feel that this Tower moment at the end of December is a bad one. You may have a fight with your family at Christmas. You may have a fight with friends. You may just decide to cut people out. Whatever that Tower moment is for you, it's much needed, and you need it in order to move forward in a positive fashion and get your wheel of fortune spinning the right way. So whatever this is, it doesn't feel like it's tremendously horrible. It feels like the death and rebirth of who you are. For me, it was setting boundaries. And so I've set some boundaries that I'm not willing to bend on anymore. And that's discussed as well in that last live. It says my last live for a while until I decide what I want to do. So why don't we get into some cards to kind of back up what I'm talking about, because right now you're just stuck and you're irritated and you're tired of tower moments, and I get it. I understand why. I get why tower moment after tower moment after tower moment after tower moment after tower moment, and I could continue on for about 3 hours, is tiring. But this particular tower moment, I feel, is different for you guys. I feel like it's transformational more than it is life-altering, in the sense of everything gets destroyed and you get ass over tea kettled and you lose everything. Some of you may still get ass over tea kettle because you're not listening. I can't help you with that. I've been telling you for a long time, if these are the changes you need to make them. I learned how to set boundaries and how to set them firmly and not move on that recently. I listened to the universe, and so all of the good things are going to start coming in for me. You guys need to learn to start doing the same thing. If you're still getting tower moment that is ass over tea kettle, they're taking your job, your house, your car, you need to start listening. And that's the major problem there. So when we get into the cards, I feel like there's also a need for self-love. There's also a need for, in this tower moment, finding out how to love yourself again, finding out how to date yourself again. And people laugh when I say that, but you know what? Taking yourself out with a good book and a cup of coffee is nothing to be embarrassed about. There's nothing to laugh at. When I go out by myself with a good book and have a cup of coffee in the corner of a cafe, nobody laughs. They don't even notice. There's really nothing comical in dating yourself. I took myself out to dinner with a magazine one night. And everyone in the place was staring at me because I was alone. And they kept asking me, why are you alone? Why are you alone? And the answer to that was, because I want to be. Now go away. Sometimes you have to understand that the best way for you to love yourself again is for you to date yourself again. And a lot of you, I feel, can't even say it looks like yet, although a whole slew of cards just fell out, so we'll find out, have not figured out how to love yourself. And without loving yourself, you can't move forward and love someone else. Oh, look, a tower moment. Next to the Wheel of Fortune. Next to escaping emotions. Oh, wow. I love when this happens. Because this just backs up everything I was feeling. And it verifies everything that I was saying to you guys. We've got the Tower. Okay? Again, it feels transformational. If you look at the bottom, you see the animals looking up. They're watching as the tower crumbles, okay? Now, this isn't a bad thing. These animals aren't running away. That's the one thing I do notice. They're not running away. They're standing and waiting for the tower to come down as though they're going to help you put it back up. So it feels like your guides, divine guidance, something is there to help you get through this moment. It's your final tower moment going into 2020. And it's there to help you get to the point where you reach the Wheel of Fortune and it's going in your favor instead of in retrograde, which is what it feels like it's been doing for the past I don't know how many years. With that, we've got the Six of Swords, which is a card of remorsefully just getting, she looks remorseful, getting in this boat and getting away from all this choppy water. But if you look, again, the animals are there to guide her. So maybe it's not a bad idea to spend time in nature and get yourself grounded. Get your feet on the ground. And yeah, it's freezing right now. I live in Boston. Don't even talk to me about it. It's been sub-zero here to the point where like my eyebrows freeze when I walk out the door. But maybe it's not a bad idea to go outside and get yourself grounded. Because again, the animals are here to guide her from these choppy waters. And water stands for emotion. So you guys are coming out of a place of hardcore, choppy emotion and going into a place that's better. And what's causing this is this tower moment. And although it should be major, it is transformational. Oh boy. Here we are. So here is your Two of Cups in reverse. A lot of you have been led to believe that someone is coming back from your past. Okay. This talks about reunification of a soulmate. And the way I try to get people to remember that soulmates are not forever is soulmates' expiration dates. They're like yogurt. They have an expiration date. They're there only to teach you something. When their time is up, their time is up. That's it, babies. You have to understand. When their time is up, their time is up. And the more you try to go back, the more you're going to butt heads. And the divine make it that way so you understand that this is not your person, okay? These lessons prepare you for something bigger and better, but harder. And I'm only going to say this once, and this is another topic of discussion I had in my live the other night. Again, it's called The Last Live for a While. If you want to check out the discussion that we had in the beginning, we did have a good 40-minute discussion about people coming back, about all this kind of stuff that I've mentioned. This is not the case. This is preparing you for a twin flame relationship. Now, it may not happen this lifetime because twin flames don't always incarnate at the same time. The only time that they do is when they're ready for unification. And even then, sometimes one of the twin flames is a runner and the other is a chaser. Now, what's your first instinct if something chases you? Run, right? Right. But how about if you just sit down and you do you, date you, that makes the runner want to come toward you instead of run away from you. They're curious. What is this person doing? Why are they not running from me? Why are they just sitting there in the meadow looking at a book? Why are they in this cafe dating themselves? Why aren't they running away? And that's what this prepares you for. This prepares you for a twin flame relationship. This does not, by any means, mean that you are in a twin flame relationship. If you are butting heads with somebody, soulmate expiration date, you will know 100% that you're in a soulmate relationship, okay? Twin flame is like nothing you've ever experienced. It's the hardest damn thing you've ever gone through. It's not just fights and cheating and blah, 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 blah. It's not like that. And I've done videos on twin flames if you guys want to go back and take a look at it, on the difference between them all and how to tell when you're in a twin flame relationship. Next to that is the Seven of Cups in reverse. So it looks like this person had a lot of options. If you look at him, he's confused as to what option he wants. There's 7 cups there with 7 different things in it, and this person looks confused as to what they want. Looks like they haven't made up their mind. You're just one of many options, but they're not coming back to you. They're coming back to whatever else is there. And I'm not going to tell you that your ex is coming back just so that you will watch me. I'm going to tell you that your ex is not coming back, and you're going to be sorely disappointed with this 4 of Cups if you continue to wait for this person into 2020. Because now you're performing those very, very same habits that caused this Tower moment to begin with. The only thing you can do from here, babies, is move on. Your ex is not coming back. And if I hear one more reader say your ex is coming back toward you, I think that I might jump from the Empire State Route. Just saying. Here we go. Yes. The next thing talks about the Ace of Cups in the upright. But it's not talking about this person coming back to you. It's not talking about a new love in your life. You may have a new love in your life, but it's talking about the new love in your life being you. Why do I say that? Because again, the cards back up what I tell you. Death and rebirth. And so you're being rebirthed to love yourself. This is your lesson here, is to love yourself again. Or to learn how to love yourself. Because a lot of you are dealing with insecurities. I don't give a fuck who you are. Everyone deals with insecurities. I've dealt with insecurities. Every model in the world is dealing with insecurities. People deal with insecurities. And loving yourself is not easy to do when you're insecure and you don't know how to fix that. If it's from past trauma, feel free to contact me in the email in the box below. I have a degree in law, degree in forensic psychology, and 14 certificates in trauma work and rehabilitation. And that's what I did for work before this. And I had a spinal surgery, which you guys can't really see. And now I can't do what I used to do until I started this channel. It's in my list of services. It's under packages. I meet with people once a week, every month, depending on how much time they want. And we work on trauma. I have people that have been with me for over a year and recently have said to me that I've helped them in so many ways, and it touched my heart deeply. Only reason I'm telling you this is that I've helped these people in so many ways get past so much trauma that was going on in their life in a healthy way, that they've thanked me from the bottom of their heart for everything I've done, all the time I've spent. I show up, I'm there, I'm present, I'm ready. You guys need to start taking a stand with the 7 of Wands and focusing on yourself. You see this bubble around her? Okay. She's focused on her. Yeah, she's looking the other way, but she is focused on her. She is focused on all of these different colors stand for all of these different things. You see red for passion. You see yellow for happiness. You see all of these colors, blue for healing. She's focused on all of these things. She's focused on clearing chakras. She's focused on loving herself, taking a stand for herself, putting up boundaries and saying, no, this is the time I need for me. You can wait because no one is going to love me like I do. Let's face it, we're in the age of Aquarius. No one gives a fuck about anybody, okay? One day they're sitting down and they're giving thanks at Thanksgiving, and the very next day, on Friday, they're trampling each other for a fucking TV or a new phone. That to me doesn't scream that they're thankful for anything. And so put up these boundaries and let people know no one's going to love me like me. No one gives a shit enough to love me like me. So you can wait. I come first because if I don't nurture me, I can't nurture you. Over here, it shows me a holding pattern and that you've been in the hermit position for way too long, refusing to make this decision to step forward and learn this lesson. This is why the tower moment is here. This is why that tower moment has come. You've been in a holding pattern with the hanged man, and you're refusing to make the decision to either set boundaries or to learn this particular lesson that the universe is trying to teach you. With that, the hermit. So you're sitting far too long. This is reversed. You're sitting far too long in this position and not making the decision about stuff you care about, which is you. You may not realize it right now, and I'm sorry I'm not talking about your love life, but this is what you need to know from your guides on why this is continuing to happen. So would you rather know what the guides are telling you and the truth, or would you rather me tell you your ex is coming back or some love life thing is coming in? What's more important to you? Loving yourself or loving somebody else? Because if you love yourself, you can fully, attentively love someone else because you put you first. Don't give up your whole life and the things that you love to be in a relationship. If you go to the gym and you like to read a book and take a bath, continue to go to the gym, continue to read a book and take a bath. Don't give up your whole life because you're in a relationship. Still maintain that individuality. It will get you far. If you don't love yourself, number one, it's a really unattractive quality and people can see right through that. Because when you don't love yourself, you let people walk all over you. It's the truth. The last thing I have for you guys is the world in reverse. And so this is a cycle they're telling you, bring it to an end and these tower moments will stop. Bring this cycle to an end and the tower moments will stop. You're not doing yourself any justice. Okay? Your scales are unbalanced. You're not loving yourself. You're not doing yourself any favors. And with this is the Page of Cups. It's telling you you're not even offering yourself the kind of love that you're not offering yourself the kind of love that you're offering other people. So the end of the year tells me that you guys need to get with this Queen of Cups. You need to get with the love for yourself, because the unhappiness in you and constantly seeking love and companionship and other people is destroying you. Being with someone because you're lonely or being with someone just to have someone there isn't okay. It hurts both people because neither person is happy. Why? You don't love yourself. Get with this Queen of Cups. Start to understand her energy. Start to ask for her energy. Start to ask your guides for help. Start to ask a spiritual advisor for help. I spiritual advise as well. If it's not me, I'm sure you can find someone on here that is a good spiritual advisor. At least I hope. I've been warning people, again, watch my live, about the things that I'm seeing, because my gift is real. And I've never tried to bullshit you guys before. So if you're looking for spiritual advisement, I suggest that you do your homework and make sure that that person truly knows what they're talking about. Because they're taking money and you're making decisions based on what these people are telling you. And half of it's crap. Actually, like 99% of it's shit. Not gonna lie. So anyway, if you need anything from me, you know the routine. This is your girl Kelly coming straight at you for the Queen Tarot B in Boston. And I will catch you guys on the flip. See ya.